everybody, Arnaldo Offerman here with LED Video Manuals. So today we're going to talk about basically setting up 2 LED walls, or even more than 2. In this video that you see for this homecoming, we took an LED wall and we split it down the middle so we could put lights and lasers in between. So for this, it's a very easy way to do it. Let's go ahead and show you what the actual setup looks like. This is a smaller scale version of what you saw there. I think it's like maybe a couple panels short. And the way that we did this, if you look here at the Novastar unit, is you have 2 outputs. There's 1 and 2. And the way that I set it up, this is panel number 1, panel number 2, or well, screen 1 and screen 2. Let's go ahead and configure that. So we're going to launch our NovaLCT software. We'll go into the media player login. We'll connect the system. You'll put in the password. Once you have that done, you'll open up your screen configuration tab. And again, if you don't remember how to do this, I do have video tutorials that precede all of this to make things a little bit easier for you to understand. So now we've got the screen configuration screen, and it's set to the screen receiving card. We're going to go into screen connection. We're going to ignore that Windows firewall thing there, and it's already set to the previous screen that we had done. So the first thing we need to do is on the upper right hand corner, we're going to go into our quantity and just hit 2 and configure. So there's screen 1 and screen 2. We're going to go ahead and reset this screen and just do a 2x3. Now we could do the paintbrush option, but I prefer actually doing it by hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're going to go to screen 2, and now we're going to choose Ethernet port 2. And now we're going to do 2x3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Notice that the color is a little different. You signify it as a different color screen. And then if we zoom in, you can see here that it tells you sending card 1, port 2, and then it gives you the receiving card number. So now we're going to go ahead and send that to our hardware. Now before we go to the next step, let's go ahead and launch Media Master. Okay, so what's going on here? They are doing the exact same thing. It's literally cloning it. So how do we separate these panels to be their own individual ones? Well, it's very simple. So we're back here at screen 2. And if you look, the coordinates are set to 0, 0, just like screen 1. So what that means is that both screens start at coordinate 0, 0 from the top. So the best way to do this is if you look at the panels right here, we've got 128, 128. So 256 is the next one over. So watch what happens when we write 256 on screen 2, and then we send to the hardware. It still doesn't look right. Why is that? Well, because there's a gap in the middle. Now, we don't know really how much that gap is. It's not quite a full panel, so if I wanted to get a ruler and measure that out, that's probably what I would do, and I would just subtract, by the number of virtual pixels. But let's say there's 100 pixels there. Let's say we're just 28 short. So now we're going to start this at 356 pixels. And let's see how that looks. There it is. That looks much better. Let's try a different video on Media Master and see how that looks. So we're going to go into right here. This is one of my favorites, so you can tell. And obviously, if it's a little bit off, I need to go into my video mapper and just kind of move that over. And you're good. Now, if you don't have a video mapper, you would just use your position tool. But I always use the video mapping. Now, once you're done, you need to make sure to save it completely. That way it actually saves it on the card. So when you reboot your screen, you don't lose all your hard work that you've done. Hopefully that helped you guys out. There's going to be a bunch of other tutorials, including on how you can do this with a video mapper only and the 2 ports to map 4 individual sets of panels, which will be really cool for different totem type setups. Lots and lots of videos are coming out to show you what you can do. And again, if you really like this LED wall, and it looks a little different because I'm shooting with an iPhone, of course, but this is the Blizzard Iris R3. Just a fantastic wall. I set this up on myself in less than 10 minutes, so I'm a big fan of it. And it doesn't pull a lot of power either, but it gets incredibly bright. There'll be a full review on that on gearitfirst.com. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, concerns, suggestions, etc., leave in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. Good night and God bless. Hey, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more like it, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Gear It First, honest reviews, incredible gig logs, lots of tips and tricks, and more tutorials than any other YouTube channel. I guarantee it or your money back.